A big road win tonight. How did you guys get this one done?
Yeah, just a 60-minute effort from the whole team, Delbs to the offense. I thought everyone really brought it tonight.
What stood out to you about the way the group responded and battled in this game?
I thought we were pretty sloppy to start that game, and then we just really pulled it together, and proud of the way we battled.
With back-to-back road wins, how do you carry that momentum into next week's home matchup against Rochester?
Yeah, they're going to be hungry next weekend, obviously, after tonight, and we know they're going to come out strong. So I think just weather that storm and come out strong ourselves.
The opening quarter had a lot of intensity, highlighted by Ryan Hartley's ejection. How did that moment help set the tone for the rest of the game?
Well, to be totally truthful, like there's no room for that in our game, and I really, really hope that the NLL deals with that. We've already had one of our close friends and teammates in Calgary, Carson Leung, got put out and has a life-altering injury. So I really do hope that the league comes down hard on that. There's no place for that in our game. So, I'm glad Sharps is okay and he was able to bounce back and play because he's very fortunate. The goalie leaves his feet and hits a blindside hit. It was as ugly as it gets. So disappointing, but I'm glad our guys rallied around him.
Big milestone night for Jesse King, Keegan Bal, and Adam Charlin-Beatties. What does it mean to have leaders like that contributing on both sides of the floor?
Yeah, you know what, you talk about the intangibles, and that's the value of having those guys in the dressing room and their compete level and their willingness to get to the middle of the floor. They have a very physical, tough, grizzled defense that doesn't let you get there, and you pay the price if you want to get to the middle. And our guys just kept on coming all night, and they kept on giving it. And it was, I know the score wasn't indicative of how their defense played. The goalie, we had a couple in on him, and it kind of went sideways. But that's still a very good lacrosse team, and they had an off night. But we'll be in tough next week in Vancouver.
Rochester came in leading the league in goals against average, and your group held them to just 6 goals tonight. What does that say about your defensive effort?
Yeah, it starts with Christian and then everybody around him. Like our guys kept them to the outside, got in shooting lanes, and anytime that they got good looks at the net, Christian was there to stop the ball. So we're built from the goaltender out. There's no question there, and but the defense around a great goalie, and it takes a lot of pressure off the guys up front, so it kind of translates. But we talked about tonight being a playoff mentality, being on the road. We played them last year in our home rink, and I think home floor advantage with our great fans made the difference in that game. But it was like now we're on the road with just a couple of family and friends, and I was really happy to see how the guys stepped up and rose to the occasion.
You'll face Rochester again at home next week. How do you carry this momentum into that rematch?
Well, I know Mike Hazen and Thule and Cheese, they're very, very good coaches. They're going to adjust, and that's a proud group of men in that dressing room. I know that. I know a lot of them personally, and they're not going to take that lightly. They're going to come out swinging, and we're just going to have to make sure that we manage the game again. But it's going to be a battle, and we're excited to get home in front of our fans. We're 1-2 at home, and I don't think we've played our best, and that's to a man, that's what our guys are talking about. So we're going to focus on the first 5 minutes, but it's going to be exciting, and that's a whole different Rochester game. Anytime you get in these series, and one team comes lopsided, always the second game's a doozy. So I expect nothing different, and they'll be prepared, and we will too.